cars you'll see in 2018, the Lexus LC 500. This design by Lexus was very close to the original concept car, and Lexus said, we're going to build that. Other manufacturers said, you can't build that. There are way too many intricate lines in the metalwork to be able to do this on a production car, and Lexus said, well, we're going to do it anyway. Thanks very much, Lexus, because you've made one of the best looking cars I've seen in a long time. Every line and intricate detail is worth pondering over as you walk around this car, and there's not a bad angle on it. Lexus have clearly spent a long time making sure that this car is easy on the eyes, and it truly is. So let's take you around this vehicle and show you the rest of the body. Okay, so you can see these absolutely beautiful light cluster and how much time Lexus have spent designing this. This is the indicator here, or the turn signal. These lights are obviously the HID lights. The daytime running lights are here, and then there's this absolutely stunning grille as well. Lexus call that the spindle grille. I just love all the swage lines on this. See these gorgeous ones in the bonnet, a big cutout here. You've got these 21-inch alloy wheels, which are some of the best I've seen on any production car. From a side profile, you'll see just how sleek and low this car is. Low drag coefficient means that this is also good on fuel, which is exactly what Lexus want from their hybrid, obviously. From the rear again, a truly stunning view. Let's just open it. You can see these lights look like there's nothing inside them, but when they're lit up you can see multiple lights in there. I don't know how they do that, but it's an absolutely beautiful design. You also got these chrome tailpipes which hide quad exhausts. I'm not going to complain about them because they're absolutely beautiful. This one's got the Sport Plus pack on as well, so you've actually got a spoiler that pops up when you're driving, or you can control that yourself. You've also got these chrome lines running along the top that catch your eye and help swoop your eye down the vehicle onto the front. The handles are flush, but on opening it they actually pop out, and as do the wing mirrors. Even the wing mirrors are absolutely gorgeous on this car. I just love how well designed these are and how well they go with the rest of the bodywork. They're not just standard mirrors, you know, with a column and then jutting out. These have been well and truly thought through. This is the air that flows through that and into the back, helping cool the brakes. Again, there's not many cars that are better looking than this Lexus LC, and thank goodness Lexus stuck to the guns and designed this car. So let's take a look at the inside now. Let's go ahead and open the bonnet on this thing. Okay, and there you go. I think it's a fantastic looking place under there. Very clean, very tidy, as is the Lexus way, but I think it looks absolutely stunning. You can see how far set back it is from the front of the car. awesome looking thing, this. So you can see the distance that engine's really been pushed back. So it's got the part of the hybrid system here as well, and it's the 3.5 litre V6 naturally aspirated. Obviously it's a multi-stage hybrid system as well, so you've got all that extra torque and power from that hybrid system. But I think it looks absolutely great. Another place I wanted to show you is in the boot, or the trunk as you guys over in the States call it. So actually let's show you from sort of opening it. I've got the spoiler up at the minute, I wanted to show you that. So all you do to get in the boot is there's a little button here. You just press that and lift it, and there you go. So the boot's not huge. What I've done is I've left a few bits and bobs in to show you sort of size of it and how far back it goes. So it's like my coat there and a camera bag and a couple of car parts and stuff. And you do get the toolkits underneath here. You also get part of the battery for jumping the car off is under there. So yeah, it's a fairly practical car. It's not huge, the boot, but it's good enough. Let's go ahead and shut that down. Okay, there is another thing I wanted to show you, which is these great lights. Let's go ahead and turn these lights on. Okay, look at these. Wow, how stunning they look. When they're off, you just see a blank screen. And when they're on, you get this absolutely stunning effect. And they go, you can see in there, they seem to go on and on through the back, getting sort of darker towards the rear. Look, absolutely great. Really, really impressive looking car. And I love the fact that when you come round to the front, it's just such an easy thing to open and close. It's so light, I'm just doing it with my finger. It's aluminium as well. But look at the size of these brakes on it. Huge, really, really nice stopping power off this. Someone said, oh, I thought they would have been sort of cross drilled, but you don't need them to be. These things are absolutely massive. I mean, these, to put it in perspective, these wheels are 21-inch wheels, and now you take a look at the size of the brake discs and the caliper on there, and you can get a sense of just how large these are. If I put my hand there, how huge these things really are. So really, really gorgeous. And even the brakes at the rear are pretty massive as well. And really can't get over the design of this car. It just really is very absolutely fabulous. Okay, so you can see the handle just pops out, but you can also, when the car's locked, you can, as long as you've got the key in close proximity, you can just walk up to it, press that slightly, and these will pop out. Okay, if it was me, I'd prefer a different colour on the interior rather than just black, because I think this car would suit it. You've got these, what's called the hanging suede on the doors, and the lines again are absolutely beautiful, very, very intricate. And these seats are lovely as well. They're really, really comfortable, as is the Lexus way. They are both practical and extremely nice to sit in. So let's go ahead and put that ignition on. Simply a foot on the brake. You get this new display come up. This is the system they're still using, which is like the trackpad, and it's got a really, really nice design, which I'll show you more of in a second. But let's go ahead and take another look at the seats and the rest of this interior. So again, you've got the headrests do lift up slightly, and you've got this gorgeous stitch detail on the edge, as well as the those are extremely comfortable seats. I'm glad they're not all leather because it just helps you sit in the car a bit nicer. Around the back there's a grab handle, a little bit difficult to get through too, but the second you grab that it moves forward to allow access to the rear seats. Now these seats can be sat in by an adult, but once you move the seats back, you'll find that they're not designed to be sat in by an adult. I'll go ahead and sit in these anyway to show you what they're like. In actual fact, if there was more room, these would be okay, but you'd have to have a lot more leg room than what you've got, and my head's also hitting the ceiling, and I'm only 5'7", so there is a hanger for jackets and stuff in the back, but they are really comfortable. I wish there was more leg room because those would be great. They're really wide and at the same time very comfortable and supportive at the back. It's a shame that Lexus don't make a slightly longer version of this. So let's have a look from the front of the rear of the car into the front. Lexus are making some absolutely beautiful interiors now on their cars, and this LC 500H is no exception. Again, I'd prefer a different coloured interior just to show the lines off a bit more, because I don't really like black interiors on cars, especially ones where the design's stunning. Now I'm having real trouble getting out of this car. Oof. I'll give you a piece of advice if you're going to buy one of these cars, guys. The sill is, as you can see, is very wide. It's got this beautiful, this is a Sport Plus model, and you get this beautiful carbon fibre on the doors, door sills. Actually, you also get that on the roof as well. But, so actually get into the car, again, I'm only sort of 5'7", and I've nearly cracked my neck about 3 times on this opening. So what I've actually done is I've used the memory settings, set the seat down as low and far back as I can to allow easy access, and then simply press my settings once I'm back in the car again. Now there's a tip for you. So let's go ahead and get inside, and I'll show you some more details on this interior. Oof. Okay, so once you actually shut the door, this car is incredibly quiet, and Lexus have done amazingly well on the sound deadening. So you've got this huge display, which again is controlled by this trackpad here, and let's go ahead and go to the menu. Okay, so you've got your basic menu down the bottom here, so it's fairly easy to get to, but I'm not a huge fan of this trackpad. It's a little bit annoying to use, let's put it that way, and I've had the car on test for a week. I am used to using it, but I just really don't like it that much. So you've got all the usual in there, and I think some of the highlights include this, the energy monitor. And what you can actually do on the screen is, by scrolling to the right here, you can actually make that wider, so you can then put sort of your climate as an entire system on here. So it's a really gorgeous display, and Lexus say it's a sort of 3D display. You've got your cooled seats up and down, but again it's just a little bit annoying to use, like I'm having to scroll up and down on here, which is kind of a good idea, and you can feel it. Yeah, I should have turned that noise off. That's a really annoying noise. So you've got heated and cooled seats on this Sport Plus model, as well as a heated steering wheel. You can obviously individually control your heat from both sides as well. and it's just a little bit fussy to use while you're driving as well. It's like there's some basic controls here. Let's go over these first. You've obviously got your temperature for each side here, and you've got it. You can put it to recirculate or automatic, so it'll just drop or raise the heat you want. Rear heated screen and heated door mirrors. Front heated windscreen, which is actually heated windscreen. It doesn't just put air onto the front, I don't think. No, I can't see any lines in there, so I think it is just air onto the front. Yeah. And then obviously you've got your fan down on here. So that's your basic controls on there, but the trouble is, every time you want, let's say you're on the map, let's go to the map. Okay, so I've got the map, we'll go over that in a second, but go down here and you can control your various screens from here on a small scale. So you can have a little map there, you can have your music, you can have the how the energy monitor works. All very nice, don't get me wrong, I really like the graphics, etc. But if you're just driving, let's say you're just driving along and you want to turn the air conditioning off, there's no button for it, just to click on here. You have to then go through this system, click onto the system, and then find your way onto the air conditioner and press it. It's just not simple enough for my liking, and it does actually detract from driving. I'm a little bit gutted that Lexus have done it this way, really. I just don't like this trackpad system at all. Second thing I really don't like is the navigation graphics are absolutely terrible. That's one of the first things my wife said when she actually got in the car, was how hilariously bad the graphics were. She said it looks like your Lexus graphics from your 2001 LS430, which is a little bit harsh, but at the same time, take a look at them. They're just not very nice at all. The font's not very nice, the actual design's not very nice, and yeah, you could have done better there, Lexus. Okay, you think I'm being a little bit harsh. I'm not, I'm being honest. I love Lexus cars, and so I'm also going to be critical of them. Apart from that, the rest of the actual display is absolutely beautiful. You know, you've got this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous system. The camera graphics actually, again, are really very good, which is, again, a shame. But, you know, again, the system could be so much nicer than it is, and it's just not, unfortunately. Okay, something that I really do like though is this design on here. The graphics are lovely on it, and you can scroll through your various things. Let's just have a look. Yeah, we can put the spoiler up there, and that shows you the spoiler. Shows you your G-force as well. Gear position, this has got a 10-speed gearbox. And okay, here's one of the coolest things you'll see on any car. Come on guys, if you don't think this is cool, there's something clearly wrong with you. You press this button right here, which also acts as part of the menu. Oh yeah. Let's just do that again for effect. Okay, you've then got all your menus here. This is actually really nice and easy to use. I love it. It's just all controlled off this little pad on here, and it's just really easy to select anything you want. Like if you're wanting to turn your different driving settings on and off, you can just do that straight through here. and it's really simple to use. You've also got your satellite navigation on here when you're driving, and you got things like your average MPG as well as your current MPG, your range, and the graphics for the hybrid system, as well as the G-force meter, again gear position, and a whole host of other things. But it really is very nice to use, and I think that is definitely one of the coolest things of any car on any car they display. So second great thing about this interior was when you're driving, to change your driving modes, rather than having to, a lot of cars have the driving modes down here, which I really don't like. I think it's a bad idea if it detracts you from driving at all. Instead, what Lexus have done is they've allowed you to, when you've got your hand on the steering wheel, to simply lean over and change it here. It's that easy and simple, and I change driving modes a lot. Say if you want to have a quick burst to get past the car, I'll just flick that into sport mode, get past the car, and then flick it back into either normal, comfort or eco, and it's incredibly nice to use. And these display obviously changes. You've got sport, then sport plus, you've got comfort and eco, and this also changes. You can see down the side here, this bar. So really nice, and well done to Lexus for that. Again, the steering wheel's really beautiful as well. You've got the leather, the perforated leather here. It's just a gorgeous design. It's nice and thick and comfortable, and the buttons on here are really easy to get to, and they're really very easy to use as well. Again, on this side, you've just literally got your that's for your cruise control, but it's adaptive cruise control or radar cruise control, and you then set this by pressing set or resume, and then you select your distance to the car in front, as you can see here, and that'll just keep up with the car in front whether it slows down. Also got a lane keep assist on and off here as well. I don't use that very often, and then your mode for your different your Bluetooth, phone, AM, FM, etc. on here. Also got these absolutely gorgeous gear selectors here, the paddle shifters. I'll put what they're made out of on the screen. I think it's titanium, but I'll check that and I'll put that up on the screen. Last of all, let's just go over this quickly. So let's try and get a, there we go. So you've got a park button here, which is when you come to a stop, you just press that. It also applies the handbrake as well. You've got the gear selector, is absolutely beautiful. It's really comfortable as well, gorgeous leather on it. But what you do is, to select drive, you just pull it across and then pull it into drive, and that's it, it's done. You can actually see that on there. And reverse again, just across and up. And to get to manual, it's down and across, and you can see the engine's kicked in immediately. Because of that, it's ready for a more sporty drive. Okay. Back in zoom, back into park again. Also got a hold button, so when you come, just press this at the beginning of your journey. When you come to a stop at any traffic lights, you just take your foot off the brake and the car will simply be sat there, and it will allow you to just sit and not hold the brakes. Then got obviously the fully electric mode, and the spoiler up and down as well. I love the glove box on this gearbox. The glove box, it's just a quick touch, and it just opens to reveal a very small glove box, but it actually goes back quite far. Again, the details is absolutely beautiful on here. And inside of here, you can't really see it very well, but there's sort of a pattern behind this glass. Rolls-Royce do that on the Phantom as well. It's a really nice touch, rather than it just being a piece of plastic or, you know, leather dash across the front. It's really well designed and thought out. Even the clock is absolutely gorgeous on this car. And you do sit in a car that feels like it's worth every penny you've paid for it. There's not much more to really say about it. Actually, yeah, the armrest, again, really nice design. So you've got sort of a cup holder here. You've got one here, you can put your keys in there, or a cup. And you just lift this little handle here, and it allows you access to this little drawer where you've got a couple of different charging ports. It'll also put the counter USB directly through your phone, and it's quite deep as well. I've got my wallet and glasses and keys and various other things in there. And something that I really like is when you've finished with it, you simply press that and it just clicks into place beautifully. This is one thing while you're driving, it's so comfortable and wide, and I love the fact it's got this little rest for your arm while you're using this system as well. It's just so well thought out by Lexus. Everything closes and opens beautifully and silently, and that's just something, that's another detail that Lexus have really put into it. So there's everything's just so well built and solid that, you know, you cannot move this at all. It is ridiculously solid. And maybe a bit harsh me pulling that about, but I've been in some cars where these will actually sort of wobble a little bit, and you know, because you do not get that on Lexus vehicles. It's just stunning. I do like the materials as well that it's all made out of, you know, like the brushed finish on here. But there is one final thing that I have to say that Lexus have let slipped by on their design, and that is this here and this. As you can see, the light is very low today. It's overcast, and yet you're still getting a lot of reflection off this. And if you sat as a driver, you also get it off this as well. When the sun was out the other day, this was actually, the light was bouncing off this and actually hurt my eyes. I had sunglasses on, and I had to actually hold my hand over this to stop the reflection going into my eyes. Now it is a satin finish, it's not like a mirror finish, but still you do get a lot of reflection off this, and it's because of the angle, it's almost a perfect angle to just be shining into the driver's eyes, which is really sort of terrible design on that front. It looks beautiful, but they've really missed something here. And if those buttons were sort of a different colour, like if they were black, it wouldn't be an issue, but they're not. This beautiful satin finish. So aside from that, I love this interior. I really do. It's Lexus have come, well, they do so well with the interiors and have done for decades now. And this goes in line with the new range of cars, like the Lexus LS, with this gorgeous pattern on the doors and these beautiful seats. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please check out carproductstester.com, subscribe to this YouTube channel for more in-depth videos on the cars, and thanks very much for watching.